time with the Rams could be coming to an end. The team gave him permission to talk to other teams, but his head coach, Sean McVay, said their first goal is to still have him back with the Rams next season. So, Shady, should Matthew Stafford feel disrespected by the Rams?
Love how we're keeping it quarterbacks.
Yes.
To see how the morning's going, though. We went from, seriously, though, we went from Brock Purdy get top 5 money. And we all agree that he's not top 5.
Yeah.
And a top 5 real quarterback won championships and talent is off the roof. He plays well everywhere he goes. And we asked him, should he get his money? It makes no sense for me. I don't know. He shouldn't be disrespected, though.
Yeah.
I think if you look at this, the Rams at their team, man, first of all, they're a young group. Well, Aaron Donald's one of my best friends. I remember before he retired, I said, hey, man, what you think about next year? He's like, well, we young. And everything he kept talking about was young. So he's not going to say this, right? But I'm thinking, when he keeps saying young, he must be talking about, well, rebuilding, trying to get the team
away.
And then they go all the way to the last play against the Eagles to go to the NC Championship game. Why was that? Because a guy named Matthew Stafford, the guy that you brought here, I don't care how smart Sean McVay is, he's a hell of a coach, and all the success he's had before Matthew Stafford going to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff and all that, and Todd Gurley, that was cool. You didn't win. The first year Matthew Stafford get there, they win. Every time he's in the lineup, they have a chance to win games.
No doubt.
This year, in the middle of the season, if you'd have told me that they'd have been in the playoffs and take the Philadelphia Eagles, the champions, to one play to go to the NC Championship, I'd say, yeah, stop lying, man. Yeah. Stop playing around. Yeah. Just knock it off. And they did that. So for him to ask for $50 million a year, I mean, you got guys like that making 60. You got Trevor Lawrence making 55.
Okay, but you can't make that argument. You can't make that argument.
Why can't I?
Because you just said those guys don't deserve that money. So don't put that money up there and say, well, then he should get paid.
But Slick, what I'm saying is,
the number's too high.
He's saying he better than them.
But what I'm saying is, if them dudes is regular, like Trevor Lawrence and Tua, why? And they don't do nothing. They don't do nothing. I give you real quick, and I'm done with it, right? Because I don't want to beat these guys up. You know what I mean? They know how bad they are. They know how bad they are. This is what I'm gonna say. This: the Jaguars. If you talk to that owner and that GM, you think they happy they pay him?
With Liam Cohn, maybe, but probably not.
Yeah.
He's being funny. Okay, let's ask another question. Tua, though, right? The Miami Dolphins, I won't even ask Tyreek Hill. I know him personally. I won't even ask him. Let's ask the head coach and the owner. You think they happy with Tua? Paying him all that money?
No.
But if you ask the Rams, the money you gave Matthew Stafford, are you happy you gave him the money?
Yes.
They're going to say, hell yeah, and they're going to toast to it. Hell yeah. So my thing is, pay the man his money because he's earned it. And you know what he's going to give you every single year. These other guys, you can't say that for. And whoever team that gets Matthew Stafford is going to be happy.
No doubt. And it's going to be the Rams.
It better be.
It's going to be the Rams.
They're going to pay him.
It's not, I wouldn't say it's disrespectful. It's the National Football League, so it's hard for me to say a lot of stuff is disrespectful. I've seen Brett Favre get out of there, seen Peyton Manning get out of there, right? And they were even playing, to me, that season at a higher level. Well, Peyton got hurt, but Brett Favre was in the NFC Championship game, played at a high level, and they say, we're going with Aaron Rodgers. It all worked out for him, but at the same time in that year, it's like, man, what you talking about? So I wouldn't go on the lines of saying disrespectful. This is all, we do want to keep you here. But this is our price. And if you feel like you're worth more than this, go out there, talk to a couple teams, see what they may offer you and all that. And if they offer you something, we might match it, we might do it, or we might let you walk. But I wouldn't say disrespectful. They know what Matthew Stafford is. They know what Matthew Stafford is to this team. So I would not go on the rails of saying it's disrespectful. It's football. It's business.
James, I feel like you're putting your analyst hat on.
No, it's football. It's business.
And I appreciate that because you are a hell of an analyst.
Appreciate you, brother.
But put yourself in Matthew Stafford's shoes. Transform yourself right now. You're the franchise quarterback. We don't have a helmet here.
And
of the Rams. You get traded to them, or you sign with the Rams. The first year, Shady McCoy.
Yeah.
What happens? Super Bowl.
Talk to him.
Yeah.
You bring Sean McVay a Super Bowl. Yeah. And quite honestly, you sign a $40 million a year deal.
Yeah.
Below market value.
Yeah.
We can all agree up here, I don't know how you feel, Slick Rick, that he's a top 5, top 6 quarterback right now in this league. Yeah. And then you're telling me, and Sean McVay's coming to my face, and he's saying, we want to trade you because we don't want to give you $50 million a year, which is less than what Tua is making, which is less than what Trevor Lawrence is making. How would that make you feel as a person?
See, I didn't want to do this because, Matthew's my dude.
You doing it.
I didn't want to do it.
You trying to do it.
All right.
But
if we really keeping it a buck,
Okay.
he was weak last year, regular. If we really keeping it a buck. Matthew Stafford, yes. 20 touchdowns, 10 picks.
I'd say the first
3,500 yard pass. He was regular.
The first 8 games, and then he turned it on.
The whole year, really besides the playoffs, he was regular, Chase. And it looked like he took a step back. That's Matthew Stafford. You're 37 years old, and you're asking for $50 million. Did you take your team to the playoffs? Absolutely. But when you turn on the tape, he looked real regular.
So
straight up, Chase, and you a quarterback.
He led a 3-6 super young team to one play from
That don't tell me led. That tell me this was a team effort.
So when you,
that's what that tells me.
Wait. You watched some passes. And another thing is,
I watched a couple of them passes.
Okay, and it was a part of his years where everybody was hurt on the squad. Or do we not count that?
This past year,
Yeah, we don't count that. I'm asking you.
Ton of injuries.
About Matthew Stafford.
I'm asking you, are we going to count
Ton
that?
of injuries this year.
Both his wide receivers are hurt.
We could count it all.
I mean, who the hell is going to do something with all your wide receivers are hurt?
But I'm just saying, we could count it all. I'm just saying, if the Rams are saying, here go $50 million, right? Or Matthew Stafford say, I want $50 million, and the Rams say, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Because, yes, we went to them games, but it wasn't all on you, sir. And if you turn on the tape, you can see it, Chase.
I'd agree.
You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is you asking for top 5 money, but you didn't play top 5 neither.
Is there so I obviously think that he should feel disrespected. Play with him, know him, he's from my hometown. I think he should feel disrespected. I get what the Rams are doing. They're trying to prepare for the future. They're trying to find someone. However, your window right now, if you're the Rams, it's wide open. You have one of the best defensive cores in all of football. Young, Jared Verse, Kobe Turner, Braden Fisk. You have 2 of the better playmakers on offense. You have Puka and Kyron Williams. You have a good offensive line. Yeah. The window's wide open.
It is.
And so that, to me, makes me think that there's no other quarterback out there right now available to the Rams, whether it's draft or free agency, Aaron Rodgers included, that can take them as far as Matthew Stafford has gone.
But here's the flip side. What are Matthew Stafford's options? What team out there?
Giants?
Steelers? No. Those are teams. Those are teams that he could go to.
Yeah.
But is he going to play for a Super Bowl? Is he going to play with a team?
Oh, I said 2 days ago, you weren't here, Vikings. Vikings should absolutely want him. And he would send the Vikings right to the Super Bowl.
And
KFC was his OC.
And they're going to spend that kind of money on a 37-year-old. Is he going to get?
If you can win a Super Bowl,
more money from Minnesota than he could with what the Rams are negotiating.
Oh, I don't know. If he gets $50 million from Minnesota, I'm taking that. You know what I mean?
But he'll get $50 million from the Rams.
No, I don't know that. That's what we're saying.
Look, I think the negotiations have gone public. I don't think they're saying, hey, look, we're mad at you, we're going to trade you.
It's a leverage game,
I think it's a leverage game. And so they're looking at it and saying, hey, Matt, where are you going to get a better situation? Like, we're kind of made for each other, but let's find that middle ground of you are 37 years old. You didn't have the greatest year. And you're as much a product. What we've done together. It's not, we just had this Brock Purdy conversation. Who's responsible for what they did last year? Matt had a big part of that. But he wasn't the guy that it was as much the quality of the team around him.
I can't agree with that. I'm sorry.
You think he lifted that?
What he did?
I think he lifted the play.
So I went to that Rams and Eagles game, and he was making some phenomenal passes.
Nobody's not saying that he cannot throw the ball.
And my thing is, but hold up, James. Hold up.
Make big plays.
So my thing is, I'm not going to grade him when all his wide receivers are all hurt, right? Who's going to ball out when you playing with all backups? It's hard to play with backups, for one, right? Receivers, I'm talking about, receivers. Number 2 is, it's when you do watch him at his best, okay, when it playoffs, my best against your best. He played phenomenal.
Yes, he did.
And they won't be there without him.
Playoffs.
And my thing is, Chase brought up a great point. He said something about the Vikings. I'm saying, he might be right because there's a world of conversation where people are thinking about even paying Sam Darnold as bad as he's been in his whole career. So now, if I'm a GM, would I rather give Sam Darnold $40-something million a year?
No.
Or I pay Matthew Stafford $50 million a year. You get what I'm saying?
No question.
I'm with both you guys on Matthew Stafford should be the quarterback of the Rams. I'm just
How can you not say that he shouldn't feel disrespected?
I'm just
though?
what you.
They gave him $40 million, which was below market value after they won the Super Bowl.
If you ask me that after he won the Super Bowl, I'll say he should feel disrespected. Right now, off of what I've watched you put on tape, and you really not look dominant this year, receivers
At
are not
37 years old.
looking average.
You're not paying him for
I'm
what he's
just
done.
saying
You're
you
paying him
should
for what
keep
he's
him
capable
because
of
he
doing
is
next
a
year.
good quarterback. But he should not feel disrespected that they're saying, hey, man, go out there and see if you can get some more money out there.
All right.
He shouldn't feel disrespected.
How well did you play when you had Seneca Wallace? Is that his name?
Ooh.
Was that his name?
Remember that?
I played that game. I had like 180 in control.
Seneca.
Hey, wait,
I'm not going to
how good you
Seneca
play, though?
Wallace.
Imagine how good you play. How good did
very good,
How
Shane.
good did exactly Greg Jennings do?
What if
Do you want to play with Jimmy G?
We still mad to this day.
He's playing the music. They're cutting us off.
Yes.
Jimmy
Still
G.
mad to this day.
I don't want Shady to walk.
James, we're going to get to a topic you love. What team makes